Cracking the learning code. What is learning? Do not be confined to your parents' learning, for you were born of a different time. Ancient proverb.
Hello, I'm J.W. Wilson, Executive Director of the Advanced Learning Institute and author of the book, Cracking the Learning Code. I'm so glad you're here. What is learning? Well, it's not what you've been led to believe it is. Neither learning nor long-term memory take place just because you passed a test. You don't learn or remember something just because you got an A or a B or a C on a test. We've all experienced that depressing feeling after spending hours and hours and hours staying up late, cramming for a test, drinking coffee and energy drinks till we're blue in the face. Then we passed that test, but within a few short weeks, days, or even hours, what happened? We forgot almost everything we worked so hard to remember. Think about it. In your academic career, of the 15,000 or more hours you spent in school and studying, of the approximately 30 to 50,000 or more test questions you worked so hard to answer, how much do you remember right now? Sadly, for most of us, not very much. It's important to understand that before we can create personal or institutional learning methods that profoundly affect memory formation and personal success, we must get a firm hold on what learning actually is from the scientific perspective. From this view, we find that learning can only occur when there is biological change within you. It's as simple as this. If you don't experience change in your brain at the level of neural tissue and your genes, you won't create long-term memory formation or lasting behavioral change. The book, Cracking the Learning Code, clearly demonstrates what these changes are and how you can cause them to occur. Look, without an understanding of what specifically creates learning and long-term memory, we have little hope of ever developing learning methods that effectively enhance our ability to succeed and adapt to and be happy in the world in which we work and play. In addition, without a scientific perspective, this process of trying to learn will continue to be a joyless and painful process for most of us. But what happens when we grasp this more scientific view of learning laid out in Cracking the Learning Code? It frees us from the rigid confines of the lecture memorization, pen and paper test-oriented classroom and allows us to adapt more creative, joyful, and meaning methods of learning, which will produce the biological changes within us that can dramatically accelerate the speed, efficiency, and most importantly, the joy of the learning process. Why is the information in this element of the book, Cracking the Learning Code, so very vital? Because it allows you to look inside your very own brain and get a visual representation of what the ultimate goal of any personal or institutional learning system must be. Enjoy this element.